And so today what I want to talk about is I want to talk about the fundamentals. The fundamentals of what we do, okay? I'm not going to train on them, but I want you all to take a step back. I want you to take a step back and go, wow, I've been getting a lot of training. I've been getting a lot of support. I get a lot of everything. And I'm trying to do all of these things. But what I want you to focus on is just the fundamentals, okay? Forget about everything else today. Forget about everything else, and let's talk about what the fundamentals are. Some of you may have forgot what they actually are. The fundamentals of Final Expense Telesales. The first one is alpha call control, okay? Alpha call control. Now, why is this a fundamental to what we do, Ramiz? Why is alpha call control so fundamental to what we do?
It's the only way you get into presentations. That's the first thing, okay? And it's the only way you can control the perception of the customer. You can guide them through the presentation. If you take the bait too early, the customer ends up selling you.
So just a quick little reminder here. It's great that you guys know that, you know, you're going to implement some of these advanced questions and trainings and stuff. But listen, you're not going to be able to do any of that stuff if you can't control the call and get to the warm-up. Okay? So we got to forget about all that other stuff that I talked about and trained you on. Let's go back to the basics and go, okay, how well am I doing alpha call control? Which is selling with emotion and tonality. Okay? So listen, folks, if you're not selling with enthusiasm and emotion and tonality, it's pointless. It's pointless. We're on the phone, folks. These people can't see you. They can't see they can't see my beautiful, this looks pink in the video, but they can't see that I'm wearing this nice shirt from Banana Republic, that my hair is all did up, I got a nice tan, I look good. They can't see that. So I have to sell with emotion. I have to use my hands. I got to talk with tonality. I got to be all over the place. When I answer the phone, I have to talk like this. Hi, this is Vince in the Final Expense Department. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
This is Ramiz.
Hey, Ramiz, nice to meet you. It's so nice to meet you. Listen, Ramiz, before we get started, let me share with you exactly who I am, what these state-approved plans are, and how you can apply for them. And then you can tell me what to do next. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Okay, how many people on this call or on this webinar can say that they are honestly doing that on every single call? Okay? It's not okay just to do it on one call and then not the next one, or one day and then not the next day. You're never going to see the results of what this does for you. But if you can go back to the basics and just do this alone, right here, if you can do this alone, you're going to get into way more presentation and focus on the basics. And guys, if you focus on the basics and you go back to the basics, I promise you, you will see results. I mean, I look at guys like Michael Jordan and Stephen Curry. I mean, all those guys do all day long is they practice the basics of their jump shot. Boom, I'm going to hit this jump shot. I'm going to hit it like 60 times in a row. Boom, boom, boom. They just practice that shot over and over and over until it just becomes mastery. And then once they have that shot down, then they move on to something more advanced. Now I'm going to move my foot like this. I'm going to juke them like this, and then I'm going to hit that shot. Then they start, you know, making like a little move on it. But they can't do that little move that gives them that extra boost until they've got that basic jump shot down. Boom, boom, and they're hitting it 90% of the time. And that's what we want you guys to focus on. We want you to focus on just the call control. How do I answer the phone? Do I answer the phone right every single time? Am I doing that at least? When I get somebody who objects to me or has a concern or makes a statement up front, am I using call control every single time? Or is it like 50% of the time? Okay? When I get somebody into the rapport building section, am I spending at least a minimum of 8 to 10 minutes there learning about them, sharing a story about myself, getting to know my customer, getting them to laugh? Am I doing that every single time? Am I giving my customer hope, praise, and empathy every single time? Or is it kind of like sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't do it? You know, we'll see. You know, if this person's nice, maybe I'll tell them that they're nice. No, it can't be like that. It's got to be every single time. You know, am I actively listening every single call? So these are just fundamentals of what we're doing, and you've got to get these down. And if you get these down, everything else is simple.
And the reason why we're so passionate about this, between Vince and I and Tony and Aaron, we've mentored hundreds of people. And just in our call center here, Vince, I can count, just off the top of my head, 7 or 8 people that are clearing $100,000, not including the field, okay, people in other call centers, just here in St. Louis. And where they come from, what they've accomplished, where they grew up, none of that stuff matters, right? I mean, this is a equal opportunity, okay? Can you get your insurance license, and are you willing to put in the time? And if you implement this stuff, there's so much money to be made